accepted here. Think about closing it out of court, away from court, away from your philosophy or your belief system that entails wasting everybody's goddamn time like that and having to pay a lot more. I will take you for a lot more. You've had plenty of time, not just with me, but we consider our age at this point. You being 14 or 15 years older than I. You can't change, you're not going to change your ways, babe. And the fact that you've been vaccinated, you did the vaccine thing, you went to the dark side, you're tainted with, Rudolf Steiner let us know about it. He's somebody who rubbed elbows with the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, and back in the 1800s, that person lived, but he did not dare. I mean, he couldn't be corrupted by them. He let the public know through his writings what the plan was, particularly with that injection, was to create a really smart human being that wasn't spiritually connected at all. Just, they did money well. Well, do it well. Keep us out of court. Settle out of court. Suffer the consequences of the way that you're irresponsibly handled this opportunity here. It's been 4 years, and I refuse to believe that you're checked out on memory that bad. As a 65-year-old man, that you're just, oh, I don't remember even yesterday. I hope they don't find out here. Here's some money to patch up the wounds that I've created because I'm a klutz. And you need to fast. You need to fast. Take it down to bones. Start stressing yourself out. Eat a bunch of krill oil. Put a fucking nicotine patch on. But the fact is it's this, like, if you've been this way all your life and then you're bringing it to me, I don't want it. No way. No way. I never did. I made a video that's pretty hideous, you know, talking about my state of affairs now around my house and stuff, and it will clear up. I'm laughing because some of the vermin around me are retaliating because I destroyed their home on the outside in the wilderness there in my yard, and they just moved into my house and absolutely just destroyed it. There's so much damage from rats, vermin downstairs. It's coupled with the fact that I don't have my good cat, the cat that really kept that all down. And but also those rats always stayed out there. I can't believe I'm talking about that, but it's because their home was destroyed by just, well, from having knocked it down, from having literally mowed it down. I had it mowed down and worry that, like, people would look over in my yard and say, God, she has a couple muskrat nests in her yard. And it's like, no, there's muskrat nests in the wilderness, and that's where we live here. You fucking ignorant pieces of goddamn fucking materialistic shut up fucking shit. God damn! Is there a place where we can go that we don't have to deal with the vaccinated people? Because they're exhibiting such qualities that is repulsive. It's very much a repulsive system. What I mean is the EMF waves. They flipped you fucking upside down and backwards. You're a bunch of fucking stunts. and real people that knew even before the COVID-19 announcement that you do not practice doing vaccinations, because it ends up that we have 45,000 different diseases and cancers and autism and all this shit coupling with, over time, spanning over 100 years, the fact that they increase vaccinations and they require it in your child, and even in women who, if they fall for it, well, they have a fetus in them because they're full of fear. Most likely, now getting back to the woman story who's full of fear, that's not a woman. The alive woman isn't afraid of having a kid, and then because she's not like clueless of how that her body is like perfect. What I mean is fail safe. That's just the way it is. God made us a certain way, men and women, everything a certain way. Now, if you keep fake science out of it, it's perfect. See, there's something called the schism, and that's where evil has put, like, threw a monkey wrench in it. Psychopaths saying, "Oh God, look at that wheel spinning so perfectly. You can't hear a squeak. In fact, you can't tell it's spinning because it has just become up to the frequency of the very light in the room." You know, you've seen this, right? A strobe light that can place a wheel spinning. It looks like it's staying still. Well, you know, toxic people, corrupt people, psychopaths, and whatever the fuck is out there is absolutely non-human. They don't like that perfection and that silence and peace of a spinning wheel that has no squeaking. It's up to the speed of the light of reality, so it looks like it's standing still. What they do is they're like, I wonder how we can change the situation. Here, let's stick a broomstick inside of it. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. I just updated it a lot, and it's trying to get me to do a lot of things, and you have to reject most of it. Yeah, let's stick a broomstick into it. And what happens when you do that? BAM! They go, they just get all fuzzy inside, yay. Because now there's so much unrest and unpeace. And I did that. God, I'm so creative.